Ah! Hey, how are you doing? Welcome to the Jaybefaunt channel. I am your host, James Fauntleroy. So good to see all of you guys here today. Just to let you guys know, this is just a special stream that I'm doing really quick, just to let you guys know exactly what's going on. And yes, I am here live before you right now. I am home, as you can see, from the hospital. And yes, I also have a new kidney. So good to see all of you here today. Thank you so very much to all the love. I still have my hospital bracelets on. Like, I literally just got home. Like, the bandage from my IV, is there. And so I just wanted to, thank everybody for your love and your well wishes and the outpouring that you guys have done. I wanted to do that as soon as I got home. And I apologize for being a little bit tardy, but I wanted to make sure I got this out. Just to let you guys know, of course, I'm doing this dual streaming on RBN as well as my channel, Jaybefaunt channel. If you guys would like to subscribe to my Jaybefaunt channel, I think I'm like 60-ish subs away from 5,000. So if you guys would like to, also subscribe to my channel, that'd be great. I will be doing more content now because I do not have the time taken away from me. A lot of people are like, so JB, what does this mean for you now that you have a new kidney? Well, I'll get into that in a second. And, some of the processes that I had to go through, what does it mean for me internally, like mentally, emotionally, physically? And so I'm not going to make this a very long stream, but I really want to get into it. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the comments and chat. I'm going to say hello to everybody first, and then we'll get into some of the details regarding transplant. Okay. So that's what I want to do. All right. So first off, we're going to go into Kime says, yay, good to see you in the chat. We have Boaz says, congratulations, JB. Hope you're healing up well. Thank you very much. I am. All right. We also have Vicky Adams coming in saying, oh, JB. Good to see you in here as well. JW says, oh, hi. Hello. Good to see you. Miguel H coming in saying, peace. Good to see you. Ki Ma says, hi. Volvo to Love says, hey. All right. Good to see you. All right, we have Eric Gray coming in saying, good to see you, JB. Much love, brother. Thank you so very much. Kimmy says, Jay, congratulations. Thank you. It's very much appreciated. Terry Connolly says, great to see you at home. Thank you so very much. I'm glad to be back. Eric Gray said, let's effing go. Of course. I can hear Nick saying that. So Sophia Tass said, congrats, JB. Thank you so very much. Dennis coming in saying, JB is the inspiration we need at this time. Oh, man. Thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. Corvid says, love and forehead kisses, comrade. So happy to see your face. Love and forehead kisses to you, too. All right. Desiree says, as a kidney donor, I'm so happy for you. Oh, my gosh. That's a gift. That's a massive gift that you gave. Thank you so very much, for donating that gift to whoever you donate it to. And I'll be talking about how heavy it means for me receiving the donation that I've gotten, the gift that I've gotten. So I'll be getting into that in a second too as well. So Anthony says, congratulations. Thank you so very much to Anthony. Candles Boat says, so happy for you, JB. Wishing you good recovery and easy road forward. Stephanie Anderson says, so happy for you. You're home and looking good. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. So with that being said, of course, you guys know exactly why I'm here. All right. So surprise. So I'm holding up the pillow. And this is a pillow that was given to me. It's kind of turned around now, but it's given to me by Tampa General Hospital. They are one of the leading transplant hospitals in the nation. And so I decided to go with them to get my transplant done. If you can see here on the back, nurses, techs, staff also wrote messages on here for me right before I left. So I actually got messages from a lot of staff who were treating me at the hospital as well. So this is means a lot. So I have, I have their words written here. So as you can see very well. Of course, it shows like the actual anatomical kidney right there in the body, a transplanted kidney that's attached. Yeah. So a lot of people are asking me, JB, does this mean that you will still do dialysis? No, I will no longer be doing kidney dialysis. I've been doing dialysis since I was 23 years old. I've been on dialysis for almost 18 years. And now I will no longer have to do dialysis anymore. Meaning I will be under less time constraints, under less energy constraints, and I'll be able to do more with the time that I have, which is a huge blessing. A lot of people are asking, how am I feeling? I feel I'm gonna describe it the way I said to a couple people already. It feels like the sun is rising. Does that make sense? It feels like the sun is rising, and within my body, within my mind, emotions, and that's the beautiful part about it. The kidney transplant is a gift. That's one thing that was made abundantly clear to me. One of the big thank yous I want to give out is to Sean Hurley, my now former transplant coordinator at Tampa General Hospital. He was instrumental in getting me started on this journey. And Sean, if you ever get to see this, I want to thank you dearly for helping me to get here. And he was very adamant and said, "You're young, you're doing all the right things, you're a great candidate. Once you get listed, you will be at the top of the list." I got fully listed in March. I think I got fully listed on March 24th. I got the call that they had a kidney ready for me on April 11th. So 3 weeks. For somebody with my blood type, I'm an O positive. The waiting list is 6 years long. But because I have been on dialysis as long as I have, you get sent to the top of the list. And a lot of people ask, JB, why didn't you get on the list sooner? Why didn't you get a kidney transplant earlier? I got in my own way. And then when I tried to make attempts, they said that my BMI was too high. Basically, I needed to lose weight. I was discouraged. So I kind of just put it to the side and I just continued. But then I started to focus on making myself better. And I said, let me try again. And after I lost weight, hospitals were like, "You want to come in? We want to talk." And that's when I knew, okay, things are about to move. And I started that journey a little over a year ago. And now fully transplanted. what this means to people like me is a better quality of life, a more normal quality of life. Now, it's not going to be completely normal because I'll be on immunosuppressive medicine for the rest of my life. But which one weighs more? Being on anti-rejection medicine the rest of my life, or constantly having to be on dialysis for the rest of my life? Being under energy constraints, time constraints, travel constraints, right? Or having medication that I have to take for the rest of my life, but as long as I take it consistently and I'm able to get it, sky's the limit. So it's an easy choice. It's just sometimes we have to get out of our own way in order to make things happen. Sometimes we discourage ourselves or we'll psych ourselves out. Or sometimes we will make the choice based on what other people want for us and not really for ourselves. And so I think that's really important. Now, as far as like things like medications and things like that concerned, I do have some restrictions. There's some dietary restrictions, but there's not as much as dialysis. Funny thing is that I wouldn't dream of going live at this hour on a Tuesday evening because typically I would have to be up at 4:30 in the morning for dialysis. Not now. I don't have to be up at 4:30 in the morning to be at dialysis. So I don't have to do that. As long as I keep myself healthy, this kidney will last at least a good decade, at least. I want you guys to think about this in regards to healthcare. When it comes to organ donations, there's over 109,000 people, Americans in this country, that are waiting for organ donations. Over 90,000 of them are waiting for kidneys alone. There's a lot of people out there that are waiting for kidneys that just don't get it. And I'm gonna tell you guys something, and I know some people they may kind of roll their eyes at this, but I want to talk to the Black people for a second. One of the things that actually happened when I went in the planning stages of trying to get myself on the list was that I went and I saw a doctor. And I don't get to see many Black doctors. Not in real life. Maybe on TV, maybe on shows, things like that. But I don't really get to see many Black doctors, Black American doctors especially. Ones that were, born here, descendants of freedmen. I don't get to see them much. But a transplant surgeon by the name of Dr. Anthony Watkins, I saw him. As soon as he walked in the door, he looked at me, I looked at him. He looked at me, I looked at him. He looked at me, I looked back at him. A huge smile came across his face. He's like, dude, what took you so long? And I was like, bro, I got in my own way. And he said, a lot of our people do not get this treatment, a transplant, because we're already have been burned generationally by the healthcare system. Just think about the Tuskegee experiments. Think about the experimentation that they did in prisons and jails. Think about a lot of the other experiments that they've done to many Black people. Think about what they did to Henrietta Lacks. Remember what I talked about her last year? So among Black Americans, there's a lot of distrust. And so therefore, when it comes to moving further, like a kidney transplant, a lot of us don't do it. And if you go to a dialysis center, especially in more heavily populated areas, the patients are majority Black. And so I think it's important that we start moving ourselves into the direction of how can we get ourselves into a better place health-wise. And sometimes it means getting past whatever issues that may be in the medical system. And what I mean is being your own advocate and being very focused on making sure you get what's right for you. And if people aren't willing to give you what you need, you're able to just walk away and go to the next person who will. Because a lot of times we don't get listened to. A lot of times we'll have concerns and they'll get overlooked. And so I want to say, especially to my fellow Black people, is that learn to be your best advocate. And really, this is a lesson for anybody and everybody. But learn to be your advocate. Learn to stay on top of all the things that you need as far as your health is concerned, and do what you can. And so that was something that I think was important. I got the call at 9:06 a.m. on Friday morning of April 11th. And I needed to be, the lady asked me, how fast can I get to the hospital? I told her I can be there by noon. Here's the freaky part, and sometimes I wonder how the universe works. I had to be there by noon, which is 12. The person whose kidney I have now was 21 years old. So 2-1. I got my kidney transplant on April 12th. And I said that I can be there by 12 p.m. But my ride had said, well, I don't think we can get there by 12. We can probably get there by 1. It's like, okay. And they said, okay, we can get there by 1. But she actually managed to get me to the hospital by 12. So it's weird. It may just be coincidental. But it's like, man, wow. The universe works in mysterious ways or coincidental ways, whichever you want to look at it. But this also speaks to, how many people have this opportunity? How many people have the opportunity, but they don't have healthcare? Because we live in a system where access to healthcare is limited to how much money you have in your pocket. A kidney transplant surgery costs hundreds of thousands of dollars alone. Not to mention the follow-up appointments, which you have to do many follow-up appointments because they got to make sure that kidney is working well. not to mention the copays that you may have to pay for the follow-up appointments, not to mention the medications, because you not only have the anti-rejection medications, you also have the anti-infection medications or the anti-viral medications. You may even be prescribed steroids like progesterone. I'm sorry, prednisone. You may be prescribed prednisone and other medications as well. So these medications costs in the thousands. Just one of the medications is around $5,000. Actually, let me see here. There was a list of the medications for how much these medications actually cost. Some of these medications are in the thousands of dollars if you do not have insurance per month. And people sit there and go, well, how can you get a transplant? You know, unless you have insurance. But then you have to worry about the copays, deductibles, and premiums. And then the insurance companies, as we learned about the alleged actions of Luigi Mangione, we've learned that they will deny, delay, deny, and depose. This is why I talk about a full nationalization of our healthcare system. I'm not talking about single payer. My price went up. People should not have to worry about having to afford their medications post-transplant. And then if they can't get them, then they lose that gift that they received. It's a sad state of affairs here in the United States. How a lot of us are constantly burdened with all different types of ailments, and yet life is paywalled when it comes to our health. And then on top of that, the people who make the most are the people who are the administrators, part of the corporate boards of these hospitals. It's not the housekeepers who keep the infection rates down in the hospitals. It's not the transporters who transport you from area to area within the hospital to make sure you get your procedures done. It's not the techs that do your vitals and also assist the nurses with whatever needs to happen. It's not the nurses that make the most, even though they do 12-hour shifts multiple times a week, and they are working day in and day out to make sure, and they advocate for you as a patient. It's not the nurse practitioners, right? Is it any of the clinicians? Hell, the doctors don't even make the most. And the doctors are some of the people who are working 50, 60, 70 hours a week. I don't know about you, but I don't want my surgeon to be sleep deprived and exhausted when they're working on my body. You got to remember, doctors are workers too. And so when it comes to a system that we live in, a system that's more conducive to workers, you don't think that our healthcare would actually take more precedent and we would actually do better? I'm seeing the results of it, of just me being able to get a transplant now. And imagine if we actually had a fully nationalized, well funded healthcare system that was given to everyone, no matter who you are, no matter of ability to ability to pay. You need a transplant, you get a transplant. You need to get that infection taken care of, you get that infection taken care of. You need to have a baby, you have a baby. You need that tumor removed, you get that tumor removed. You need that cast on, get the cast. You need that chemotherapy, done. You need to go to the cath lab, get to go to the cath lab. All these different things. So many different ways. And so this is why I'm a big advocate for a fully nationalized healthcare system, because it shouldn't be this way. Now, when it comes to the donations from others, kidney donors, it could be pancreatic donors, lung donors, heart donors, liver donors. You have to realize that you're literally giving a gift of life. And why would we want to have a system that allows that to go to waste? Why would we have a system that allows something like that to even be a remote possibility? It shouldn't be. And so this is why I say, even though I got my transplant now, if you can find that you might be able to become a organ donor, could you consider saying yes to being an organ donor next time you renew your license? So that you may be able to help somebody, even though something may happen to you, something dire, you can still do some last good in the world. You can do your last form of mutual aid by helping your fellow neighbor after you die. Think about how powerful that is. Now, some people may have beliefs where they don't want to do that, and hey, that's you. But I'm just saying the possibilities. I always say leave the world better than you found it. Somebody left the world better than they found it for me. And he was just a kid, old enough to be my son. And now I carry a piece of this person with me basically for the rest of my life. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do this as well is because if I am at my healthiest, that means that I can pay it forward through mutual aid, organizing, and doing the work on the ground to make sure that my neighbors are good, to make sure that everybody eats, make sure that everybody gets clothes, to make sure everybody gets taught. And then the fact that everybody also gets education and learning class consciousness and building that dual power. Because this government's not really going to do it. And so what am I going to do? Just rest on my laurels and go to dialysis every single day and watch this world go to hell in a handbasket? No, no, no. I refuse to do that. My purpose is to do the best I can in the best way I can. And that means pushing for a better world. But I have to be better myself in order to be able to do that. This is why I've been going to the gym. This is why I've been eating healthier. This is why over 18 months I lost over 100 pounds. This is why I just had a kidney transplant. Because you cannot lead a revolution if you're dead. You cannot help your community if you're dead. Stop being in those dark rooms when the sun is out. Stop, and I know it's not easy when you're feeling depressed or despondent because of the system. But damn it, do something. Do not let yourself wallow in sadness. Because you could do so much better for others. Now, don't burn yourself out, of course. But do what you can so that even though you may not be feeling good at that moment, you at least help somebody to feel better in that moment. That's the point. You've bettered the lives of your fellow human beings near you. And baby, I'm going to tell you this. You've always had that power. I'm sounding like Glinda from The Wizard of Oz. The power's been within you all along. But would you have believed it if I told you earlier? It is within you. Every single one of us humans have the ability to leave the world better than we found it. You just have to tap into it. And you may start small. That's fine. That's fine. Start small. Everything starts small. What did I do when I started my workout journey? I would get on an elliptical machine, do 5 minutes. I'd be tired as hell. But then I come back, I do another 5 minutes. Then I take it from 5 minutes to 10 minutes. I take it from 10 minutes to 15 minutes. I take it from 15 minutes to 30 minutes. And then I grow. I can't read that much. Okay, fine. Read one sentence. Then read a paragraph. Read a half a page. Read a full page. Grow, baby. And people may not see your growth. They will not see it immediately. But just like a seed that's in the ground, what grows first? Does the leaves grow first? Does the stalk in the leaf grows first? Or do the roots grow first? Dig in those roots, baby. Excuse me. I gotta go pee. That's one of the things. Post transplant, bodily functions start to return and they become way more efficient. But yes, as far as I'm concerned, you all have the power to do it. And I believe in you. I really do. Another thing, and I'm going to wrap up soon, is that when it comes to how my journey was, the floor I was on in the hospital was so positive. The staff there were happy people, just happy. They were so glad when you come in. I've gotten hugs. I've gotten people who, just look deep into you and go, you're doing the right thing. And they just want to see you live life to the fullest. And it's that same vision that I try to have for every single one of my fellow human beings, no matter who you are. Can you imitate that in your life too? Could you do that through actions on the ground, organizing, mutual aid, helping to educate your fellow workers? So there's a few thank yous that I want to give. Of course, I want to thank my family, boyfriend. I want to give a big thanks to my brothers, my sister-in-laws, my nieces, my nephews, my mom, my aunt. A big thank you to my comrades at RBN, Sabby, Rome, Nick, people who work in the background, like Zoya and Jay. Thank you very much for being there. I want to thank all the people who are in independent media that have been standing by me, rooting for me. I don't want to mention a whole bunch of names, and then forget some, but all of you guys who are in independent media who have been rooting for me, thank you for your support. Thank you to all of you who have sent me well wishes, helped me out, even monetarily during this journey. People who have wished me well. It means a lot. You have no idea how powerful just kind words are. How they uplift and tell you to just keep going. Don't stop. You've gotten too damn far to quit now. That's what you guys did. Thank you to the people at the Tampa General Hospital. Amazing people. From the minute I got taken in, and speaking to people and getting my information until I got discharged. Amazing people. I also want to thank the staff at Central Florida Kidney Center, my dialysis center that I was going to, who kept pushing me and kept saying, you'd be a great candidate for a transplant. You don't know how powerful it is when you call your dialysis center and your nurse practitioner who has been dealing with you for over a decade is crying on the phone because she's happy that you made the choice to get a transplant. You really just don't know how powerful that is. To my fellow patients that were at the dialysis center, thank you as well for helping me to feel more human, to feel more like I do matter. You all are special. And whether you get a kidney transplant or not, I hope things work out better for you in the best way possible. So this is really a stream of gratitude, stream of thankfulness. I wanted this to be a positive stream before you guys go to bed, or if you guys are night owls, if you continue your evening. But yeah, it's been a beautiful day. And with that, I'm going to go to some of the comments and then we'll close out. Okay. Is that okay? All right. So let's go here. And let me see. Try to go as far back up as I possibly can. And sorry guys, I haven't been looking at chat at all since I was talking because I wanted to focus. But okay. Biggie Adams says, I care for a woman who had a kidney transplant. The change was amazing. Yeah. It is amazing. I'm still in shock, man. It's a lot. Millennium says, congratulations on your recovery and kidney transplant. Yeah. I got my transplant on Saturday and it's Tuesday. Well, now technically now it's Wednesday, but Tuesday I got discharged. Good to see. Vic says, looking better than ever. So happy for you, comrade. Congrats. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Desert Manta said, I just saw your message on Patreon. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. And I'll get to patron shout outs for my next show. I'll get to that. So thank you very much. Boaz says, such a relief for you. It is. Massive relief. Massive weight off my shoulders. Black Unit Griffin says, yo, dude. Yo, Black Unit Griffin. What's good? Jezebel says, I'm so happy for you. Thank you. Paul says, JB, so happy for you. You guys are so sweet. Appreciate it. Hime says, I'm not crying. I just got lash in my eyes. I cried a lot. I cried a lot over the last few days. Happy tears. Grateful tears. It was a lot. Like, that was the first thing I did when I woke up from surgery is I cried. Because I realized there was no bright light. I was right there and I saw the nurse. You know? It's, man. Let me see. GML says, so I'm excited for the future of the Orlando RBN chapter. I know you're really going to be on fire. I'm going to do my best. That's all we got. M says, did your activism help you find a motivation and encourage to pursue a transplant? That's a really good question. I say it definitely was part of the inspiration because I wanted to do more. Yeah. it's amazing what organizing and direct action does for you. And the thing is, like, I don't just want to exist, I want to live, right? And the activists and organizers that I surround myself with, they're not just existing, they're living. And they're not just living for themselves, they're living for the people. That's a beautiful thing. Oh, the activists and organizers I surround myself with are some of the most beautiful people in the world. They're just, I just, I want to be more like them, you know? And I'm proud of them, and I'm proud to be among them, to at least share the same space. Jason says, I hope the best for your recovery. I'm so happy that you were able to get what you needed. Thank you so very much. Appreciate it very much. Um, Teddy says, this is really inspiring, James. Hope to get to hear more from you on YouTube now that you're back. Yeah. I will also be doing more content because I have that freer time. So at least for the next 6 months, I will have to start looking for a job in a few months because, I won't be able to keep disability, for much longer. And plus, my Medicare insurance will run out after so long. So I'm going to have to, hop to getting a regular job too. I'm hoping that my channel grows big enough so that I can have just a part-time job and then my channel. But if I have to get a full-time, it is what it is. But either way, I'm going to have a job, right? Like, even if I, let's say, made enough on my channel just to support myself, I would still have a part-time job. Because one lesson I learned is never have only one stream of income, especially in this system. Don't let these cappies catch you slipping, because if they catch you slipping, they will sweep the leg. So have as many legs down as you can. If you can have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs on the ground, it's hard to sweep. Okay. Yeah. G Gibson says, what about stem cell therapy? That is still experimental. And not a lot of insurances cover experimental procedures. And so don't know if it will work for me. One of the beautiful things, though, about me going to Tampa General is that they are partnered with the University of South Florida. And so now they're also doing research as well as transplants. So they're developing things even further. But I wish, and maybe, just maybe, there will be a day where we actually can create our own organs from stem cells, and we won't even need anti-rejection medicine anymore. That would be a great day. I hope it happens, and I hope I'll be alive for it. Thank you, Desert Mantis. Says, you bring goodness to the world, JB. I'm glad that the world is giving you goodness back. That's very sweet. Thank you so very much. And please bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to get through as many comments as I can. Justice says, you look amazing already. You look strong, clear-minded, at peace, and your skin looks so radiant. I love this unleashed life on you so much. Thank you very much. That's one of the things that a lot of people that may have known me for a while but are noticing now is that I actually have less of a brain fog since getting the transplant. I'm not searching for the words that I need to say as much as I used to. I'm more I guess I can say I'm more measured in the way I think, and my brain just processes things easier. So it's nice. It's a nice thing. Black Unit Griffin says I'm registered as an organ donor on my driver's license. Let's go. And I'm on the bone marrow registry for donors. Oh my gosh. What a lovely thing. Thank you so very much for doing that. Shimri says, I'm so happy for you, JB. Thank you very much. Killier Grigor says, JB, happy for you, man. Thank you. Let me see. Yeah, Comrade Purple says, truly, especially for the syphilis experimentation. Yeah, for the Tuskegee experiments, it was pretty egregious what they did. So absolutely, yes. Biggie Adams says you have to trust your doctor. Yeah, that's another thing. You have to trust your doctor. And, just like many other professions, there are some people who aren't, the best, or some have ulterior motives, or they have more selfish motives. And you got to feel that out, right? But once you find a good one, you hang on to them. And I've been surrounded by a bunch of good ones. RIP Rafael Alarir says, welcome home, JB. I'm so happy for you. Thank you so very much. Jesse Man says, hey, brother, great seeing you. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate it. Yeye Chambers says, much love to you, JB. Thank you so much, Yeye. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Yeye. Jeremy Tisol says, this is sad for Americans. That's our reality. It's our reality. Yes, definitely. Silvio Pina says, I wonder how much it would have cost in Italy, where I'm from. The difference in price of medication and surgery is insane. This is why we're trying to change the system that we have now. P. Will says, congratulations, I'm on dialysis and can't wait for my transplant. Listen, I'm going to tell you my best suggestion for you, P. Will, is live your life the healthiest you can right now. Do not wait. Make sure you're in full compliance with what your doctors, nurse practitioners, and dialysis center says. Make sure you come in for your full treatments. Do not cut your treatment short, right? Make sure you take your medications, because you're going to get those you're going to get those blood draws, and they're going to be looking at your blood test, every month. So make sure that that's good. Make sure your phosphorus levels are good, or are within the acceptable range. Your potassium levels, your KT over V, your BUNs. You got to make sure, there's certain levels that they have to adjust at dialysis, but make sure that, you're keeping your levels up to par. Okay. Sometimes it's easier said than done, but you can do it. And control your fluid intake. Right? What helped me do that was exercise, because you're sweating out that excess fluid. So that also helps. Right? And try to build yourself up. If you take care of your body now, as you get older, your body will take care of you. And the day after my surgery on Sunday, I was walking up and down the halls of the transplant recovery floor. Yesterday, I did 2 45-minute walks up and down the halls of the transplant for. And would I have been able to do it if I hadn't been, trying to work my body as much as I did over the last few months? Probably not. But that helped in aiding me in recovery and preparing me for transplant. Right now, you're preparing for transplant. Prepare your body to be as healthy as it can so that you can be successful, not just for transplant, but after transplant too. Okay. And do this for yourself first. Make sure that this is the right decision for you. A lot of times we want to make these decisions based on what other people want us to do. You have to do it for yourself. Right? So you got it. You're doing the damn thing. All right. Let me see. Nen says, looking good, JB. Many blessings and wishing you a speedy recovery. Thank you very much. Humanitarian it's on mine. I'm not sure what that means, but thank you. Thank you so very much. Oh, Elon says, dude, you just got a brand new life. Yeah. Somebody said it best. They said that April 12th is my second birthday. Yeah. ARJ 1997 says the healthcare system is a scam insurance industry on top of a scam for-profit hospitals. Within a scam pharmaceutical industry. Heal and rest up and keep up the fight. Thank you so very much for that. Appreciate the super chat. All right. Alfaro says, so glad you came through. Good to see you, Vicky Adams. Social emotional learning with Dr. Downey says, I'm so grateful that the TV became JB Gets a Kidney. Yep. Thank you so very much. Palmetto says, I'm going to go donate to your fund right now. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. Anthony says, damn, JB, you inspire me. Thank you. I just want more people to do the best that they can for others. Appreciate it. JW says, thank you so much for this message. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Appreciate it very much. Candles Vote says, who has not pressed the like button yet? Thank you very much, Candles Vote. Appreciate it. Kid from Hardlands Media says, standing strong. Yes. Oh, man. You're a friend and someone I respect. Keep up the great work. Thank you for being very inspiring. I know a lot of us are going through a lot right now, but you know what? I'm going to tell you this. Those of us in independent media, we consume a lot of negative news, and that can have a bearing on us. And people like Kit, day in and day out, will come out and deliver the news and the information to you on a daily basis. That's a sacrifice. It's a mental and emotional sacrifice. And so when it comes to supporting independent media, make sure you do that. Hardlands Media is doing great work on the ground. Okay. And so you see him in the chat. Click on the thumbnail of his, go to the channel, hit subscribe. And then in the morning times at 10 a.m. Eastern, when he comes on, they deliver the news. There you go. And you can get that news that's in a pro worker, that has a pro worker objective to it. That's about telling the truth, that is anti imperialist, and pro worker. It's pro human. Thanks for all the work you do, Kit. You and Daniel are wonderful people. Oh, man. Thank you so very much. Same to you. Same to you. Um, Aaron says you look so healthy and happy. I'm feeling very good. And thank you very much, Pamela. I appreciate it very much. Me Meow says I'm so happy for you, JB. Thank you. Devin Watts says you're an inspiration. Thank you very much. Mr. Borak says glad you're doing well. I love that you have the Droopy there. He says, Oy bay. Oh my goodness. And I'm just going to do a couple more so that I can head on out. Chima Madhu says, much respect for our friend James Fauntleroy. Thank you very much, Chima. Thank you so much. Tim, member of the Orlando chapter for RVN, says, there he is back in room. Thank you so very much, Tim. It means so much. And in doing mutual aid work with you, it is a lovely time. And I can't wait to get back out there. It may be a little bit of time before I'm able to get back out there because I have to stay away from crowds and stuff for a little bit. But when I get back out there, we'll be out there together. Definitely. Aaron says you are proof that miracles can happen. Thank you. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. All right. What is this? Beta virus says morning. Good morning. Francisco says love. Is that high fives and smiles? Thank you so very much. Appreciate it. Adrian says, congrats, brother, keeping you in my prayers. Thank you. That is very sweet and very kind of you. London, England says you're an inspiration in politics and in life. Thank you, JB. Cheers from Bulgaria. Welcome from Bulgaria. Welcome. Nice to see you. All right. Let's see. Smoggy Rob says, congratulations, Jay, and I'm very happy for you. Be well. Thank you. Thank you so very much, Smoggy Rob. Appreciate it. Alexis says, almost missed this. Congratulations, JB. So glad this finally happened and has gone well. I'm shocked at how well this has gone. I am in shock. So, with that being said, go ahead and give the stream a like. This helps those of us at RBN and on my channel so that we can reach more people, help to inspire, so we can encourage more to do more for our fellow neighbors, because that's one of the most important things, right? And I'm going to leave you guys, and I hope that you all have a very peaceful and restful night where you have laughter and inspiration and yeah, get some good sleep. Okay. I'm gonna go have me some wangs because our brother is hungry. And yeah. I can just tell you this though. You know who the first person that called me when they found out that I got on the list, when I got the call for my kidney transplant was? Rome. Rome was the first one. You know who the second one that called was? Savvy. They were the first two people that called me. And Rome was cracking me up, making me laugh. And Savvy was just making my heart swell. And I think Nick was live at the time, so he couldn't respond, but Nick was very sweet in the chat. So, make sure to give my comrades some love too whenever you see them. And let them know that you appreciate the work that they do, okay? Because they're doing great work on the ground. They're very lovely, special, and honorable people who care about the mission. They care about making sure that the world wins. We want to make sure you win, okay? All right, everybody, so I'm going to head on out. Thank you so very much. Indie News Network, also doing great work on the ground. Go ahead and make sure to give them a follow. They're doing great work. Also, they do Substack articles. They did one on RFK Jr. I highly recommend you guys read it. It's on their Substack, and it's deeply, deeply informative. Thank you so very much. They say, congrats, JB. It's Indy. So happy for you, man. Thank you so very much. And then we also have Angelique says, you got some solid friends. I definitely do. Kinkle says, congratulations, brother. Thank you so very much. Oh, man. You guys are just amazing. And you guys make me feel full in the best way possible. All right, everybody. So, while that being said, I'm going to head on out. I want to say, like I always do, water your plants, water yourselves, leave the world better than you found it. I'm not going to be able to smoke them if I got them anymore because I got a transplant. But that's okay. If you want to smoke them if you got them, go ahead. Or drink them if you got them. Or watch something funny, which I plan on doing because joy is revolutionary, or read because reading is fundamental. I love you all for watching. I'm grateful for you all watching. And keep being the change that you want to see in the world. Mwah! Forehead kisses. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Good night.